he was still all right. Turns out the mayor is fine. He was just hiding out for about a week in his bunker, trying to figure out what he wanted to say about what's going on in our nation with police brutality, specifically with the lives of black men. So after a lot of people calling Mayor Garcia out on social media, going to his IG account and letting him know that we just didn't like that he was being so silent at a pivotal time like this. So peaceful protesters meet the mayor outside of City Hall. He comes out and he delivers a little impromptu speech. It starts out fine, right? He's like, Black Lives Matter, I understand, I'm listening, there's going to be a conversation where I'm going to listen, and then there's going to be dialogue, and then there will be action, right? Going pretty smooth. But then, there's this.
I would encourage a few things. First is, give me an opportunity to what I've been asked by a lot of the black community to do, which is to sit down and listen. And not say much, but listen to the black leaders and organizers.
Did he just say what I think he said? I think he said it. Mayor Garcia, how are you going to, in one breath, say that Black Lives Matter, and in that same breath, tell me that black leaders and black people told you not to come out and talk? We told you to listen and be quiet. No. You didn't come out for a week after George Floyd was publicly executed. Not because black people told you to do it. Don't blame the black folks for your ineptitude. Don't blame black people for your failure in leadership on this issue. Don't do that. It's not the time to do that. The truth is, if anything, what black people did was they went out and voted for you. And they had the hope that you would represent them. But when it came time for you to deliver on an issue that's pretty much one of the most important issues to black people, staying alive, you hid out. Couldn't nobody find you. But this is the deal. Just tell the truth. The reason that you were silent has nothing to do with black pastors or Rex Richardson telling you that you need to listen. No. The reason you were silent has everything to do with what happened just 2 weeks ago. Because 2 weeks ago, your campaign committee reported that you received $200,000 from, guess who? Long Beach Police. Yeah. That's why you were quiet. You're quiet because the Long Beach Police pay you good money to protect their interest. So you were not prepared to come out and speak on behalf of your black citizenry. So no, don't tell the public that black people told you to be quiet. Just tell the truth. The police told you to be quiet about this issue. And it is your silence that made you complicit. I don't want to be too hard on the mayor. I don't want to be too hard on him. There is one thing that he said that I think he's completely right about.
And I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that Long Beach, or myself, or any leader in the city has done everything that we can to fight racial injustice, because that's just not true. Okay?
Look, you heard it. The man just said it. He just said it. He said, I have not done everything I can to fight racial injustice. And that's right. I mean, come on. He was hiding out for a week. How could he? The last statement he made was about COVID-19 and wearing masks for the weekend. He's right.
That doesn't mean that there's not racial injustice, not just in our country, but in our institutions.
In our own department.
In all of our institutions. And when I talk about institutions, I'm talking about police departments, education systems, workforce systems, healthcare. So it exists everywhere.
See, Mayor Garcia has a doctorate in education. So he is explaining to us what is called institutional racism. And he says that there is institutional racism in Long Beach. And he's right. That's true. Yes. But Mayor Garcia has left something out. Yes, Dr. Garcia, there is institutional racism in the city of Long Beach. One of those institutions is the police department. And you know what? That police department has Dr. Garcia's Venmo account. They direct deposit pretty routinely hundreds of thousands of dollars every year into the mayor's political coffers to promote his political career. All 6 years. And probably before that, when he sat on the city council as a councilman. And so what's mind-boggling is that we're supposed to believe that Mayor Garcia is going to be our champion against institutional racism while he receives campaign dollars in the hundreds of thousands of dollars and the millions of dollars over the lifetime of his political career. We're supposed to trust that while they're writing him these checks, he's going to go and advocate for black lives. Really? Are you sure?
And what I have pledged before I start saying, well, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, what I have pledged to do is to listen and to dialogue. And after listening and ensuring that everyone's voice is heard, then I promise you we will take action.
You see, the problem with Mayor Garcia going to the police to advocate against police brutality after receiving money from the police is he doesn't have a lot of leverage there. No, he doesn't. There are some big problems that Mayor Garcia needs to fix, and to do it, he needs to not have any conflicts of interest, okay? One of those things is there are files, police records, that show police brutality, police misconduct, right? Well, those files need to be publicly released. The police who pay Mayor Garcia, they don't want those files released at all. In fact, after January 1st, when a law was passed that says that those files must be released upon public request, guess what? The guys that pay Mayor Garcia, they said, we don't want that to happen. So guess what? The mayor and the city attorney say, we're not doing it. After Mayor Garcia finishes his conversations and his dialogues and his listening, what he's going to do is he pledges action. Okay. Let me tell you what that action is probably going to look like. Mayor Garcia is going to have a few town halls. Okay? At the town hall, he's going to have the chief of police there, maybe a few black leaders, and then he's going to listen to maybe a few students, a few people from Black Lives Matter. He'll let them speak, and he'll stand there, and he'll shake his head, and he'll say he understands. All right? Then Mayor Garcia will create a committee. He'll put some people on that committee that will appease us. Maybe a few faith leaders, somebody from Black Lives Matter, some community leaders, people that we know. And then nothing. Nothing. No real change. We still won't get those files that we need. You know, the ones that show police brutality and misconduct. Those that should be released to the public. Should be public information. Yeah, those files. Not going to get those. No. It's not going to happen. What we have to realize is that justice, true justice and equality, is never going to be given to us. No. Just like the men and women before us who fought for justice and equality, we will have to demand it. We will have to take it. The same way that the police have taken power from black bodies. One of the primary things we need to take away is the power of the police over our elected officials. They hold that power through their money. The only way that we're going to see justice is not by our local politicians making pledges to listen and to have conversations and to dialogue. No, we need a pledge that Mayor Garcia will stop taking money from the police so that he can represent the people who elected him and not the people who fill his pockets.
And I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that Long Beach or myself or any leader in the city has done everything that we can to fight racial injustice, because that's just not true. Okay? And what I have pledged, before I start saying, well, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, what I have pledged to do is to listen and to dialogue, and after listening and ensuring that everyone's voice is heard, then I promise you we will take action.